Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel, the best place for who wants to be a better player in the global market. In this video, I'm showing how to succeed in going global. I think you are going to get some really good ideas. The possibilities are truly endless when it comes to building your business and be your own boss. So if you are excited about learning international trade, if you are excited about becoming a better player in the global market, make sure you hit that like button. It helps us get seen by more people here on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Marketing starts with a very basic premise. One of the most important ways to grow your business is to find more customers. And to find those new customers, you need to identify where people and businesses that can benefit from your company's products are located. While this premise seems obvious to almost everyone, it's one that is ignored by most US companies. According to the Small Business Administration (SBA), less than 1% of the 30 million US companies currently export their goods, even though 95% of the world's consumers are located outside the United States. Why? Perhaps it's because exporting can seem hard, especially if it's something you haven't done before. While exporting may have some challenges, there are some standard steps you can follow to become a successful exporter. How to succeed in going global. Once you've mastered your domestic market, the next natural step is to go global. However, even the most renowned companies can struggle in international markets, so you need to be sure that you can make your business work in foreign markets before expanding globally. Benefits of going global. 1. Continued growth for your business once it has mastered the domestic market. 2. Opportunity to grow your company's brand. 3. Increased sales potential from selling your product or service in new markets. 4. Reduced dependence on sales from within your domestic market. 5. Opportunity to remedy decreases in sales from seasonal cycles by tapping into other markets with constructing fluctuations. 6. Access to new technological, financial, and human resources. 7. Opportunity to compete against foreign multinationals. 8. Greater knowledge of foreign cultures. 9. Possibility of taking some of what you've learned from foreign markets and applying them domestically. Key questions to ask yourself before going global. 1. Does the business have a solid enough domestic foundation to afford going global? 2. Will your product or service sell adequately in foreign markets? 3. Is your target market familiar with your product or service, or do you need to educate consumers on it? 4. Do you have a working knowledge of the language and culture of target markets, should you need to spend time there? 5. Will you able to adapt to foreign cultures? 6. Is the infrastructure of the target market good enough to support your company's operations? 7. Would it be easier and cheaper to just expand your company's online presence? Mistakes to avoid when going global. 1. Hastily deciding to expand to international markets without first conducting thorough research. 2. Falling the budget for unforeseen expenditure. 3. Expecting an immediate return on investment. 4. Assuming that all business can be done through the English language. 5. Assuming that what worked domestically would automatically work in foreign markets. 6. Chasing a large number of inquiries at an early stage instead of focusing on a small pool of countries at first. 7. Failing to adapt your products or services to the needs of overseas markets. 6 steps to going global. 1. Prepare an international business plan to evaluate your needs and set goals. You can watch also my video about how to write an import-export business plan. You can find the link in the description. 2. Conduct research info on potential foreign markets and identify suitable markets. You must watch my video Find Buyers for Export Business. You can find the link in the description, and it helps you to grow your foreign buyers list. 3. Evaluate alternative methods of overseas distribution and select whichever is appropriate. 4. Educate yourself as the finer cultural, social, economic, and legal points of exporting. And I know my video International Trade and Business for Beginners gives you some useful information as before starting your journey, so you don't miss out to watch this video, link in the description also. 5. Seek funding from government and private resources. I plan to make a video about how to finance your import-export business. I want to learn your ideas about this. Will I make or won't? I wait for your comments. 6. Move your product or service to the international market. How to prepare for and act in international meetings. 1. Educate yourself about the country's culture and learn a bit of the language. Your partners will appreciate this show of respect for them and their country. 2. Familiarize yourself with cultural differences in body language. It varies from country to country. 3. Bring your interpreter. Even if your partner has one, they won't have your interests at heart. 4. Dress as appropriate for the country in which the meeting is being held. 5. Engage in a small bit of informal chat with your partners before the start of the meeting. It's a good way to make a positive first impression before properly getting down to business. 6. Don't set the time limits. By keeping the meeting open, you are strengthening your negotiating position. Tips for hiring a distributor. 1. Ascertain whether your product or service requires a distributor with specialist knowledge of a certain subject. 2. Favor distributors who are multilingual, especially if your language skills aren't developed. 3. Meet any potential distributors in person before formally hiring them. 4. Take note of distributors who reply to communication promptly and consistently. 5. Favor distributors with a track record of selling to customers who you have identified as your target market for your product or service. 6. Decide whether you want a stocking or non-stocking distributor. Stocking distributors are often larger firms who commit to purchasing your product. How to identify sources for imports. 1. Focus on countries where your domestic market is granted favored status, as this will incur lower import duties. 2. Contact trade representatives working at the embassies of the countries that you have selected. 3. Attend national and international trade fairs that feature exhibitors who seek to export to your domestic market. 4. Study magazines, newspapers, and trade publications for advertisements or articles about products you might wish to import. Finally, last but not the least, if you are satisfied with this video, just share it with your friends and comment below. Your comment is very crucial for me. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Like, comment and share with your friends. I appreciated all your support. Enjoy your journey.